My name's Antony Miano, CEO Davina Cubs, married to Asha Miano, married for 19 years.
Yeah. My name's Asha Miano, married for 19 years to Mr. Antony Miano here. I'm the director of Davina Cubs.
We met in 1999. At that time I was working in a matatu. This Kawangware, Hurlingham, Yaya route. And she happened to be working somewhere in Hurlingham. So she used to be my client.
It was one day when I was going to work. I didn't know that route properly. So he saw the uniform I was in, and then he told me, hey, come, I know where you're going. I'll take you there. So I didn't enter his mat that first day. So the second day I entered his mat, he took me to my workplace. Yeah, so that's when I started noticing him.
We started talking, and then I started going to her store to buy milk, breakfast, hot dogs. And then one day I invited her out.
I remember that time I was at work and I was leaving at 2. It was on a Valentine's Day. You remember? It was on a Valentine's Day, and before I had a very big bucket of flowers called Meletewa. But with him, he had only one rose flower. I'll come a feature. And then he told me, this is all I can afford. Will you be my Valentine? I threw out the rest. Then I went with him. Yeah, so that's what attracted me most. He was humble and true. Then went out to another hotel, a place called Sokoni 5046. A hotel. We ate, chemsha and what? Yeah, I really had fun. Yeah, I really had a nice time because everything was new to me.
It was a big surprise when she finally came to visit my place, because she was seeing, that time those people working in matatu used to dress very, very nicely, like Nike, Nini. And then when I invited her to my place, from now Hurlingham, you come to Yaya, posh area, Wafika Amboseli, then you get to a place called Braeburn, then you get to a place called Congo. Life in a change, naka ghetto.
Yeah, I was so scared. My mind was going haywire that time.
She freaked out. She came to tell me that later when he settled. Yeah. Then got her to my house. That time I was living in a bed sitter with only a bed and a stove. First of all, you heard my name is Antony. Her name is Asha. So we came from 2 different religions. So there was that fight of you're marrying a poor man who's just a makanga. And there was that fight of you're Muslim, why getting married to a Christian. We had those fights that even at some point we had parents' issues.
Yeah, but then there was a small fight about that. Hey, you can't marry a matatu guy, they're not serious, they're not any. But with love, you can do anything.
I think it was a big fight.
Yeah, it was a really big fight.
People have this notion about makangas, they amount to nothing, they're humanizers and all that, but she didn't see my present, at that time, my present condition. I think she saw the future. It was a good bargain for her, I guess. For me, for us, religion didn't matter. That time, I didn't know Christ. So I was Christian by name. Religion didn't really matter. Hiyo time ilikuwa ni love tu. Ile love tu ya, okay, watu sema love ni ujinga. Yeah, you just love this lady. And everything that came to our side used to battle it with those 4 letters. My mother was she's a very good Christian, and also a Kikuyu. So marrying someone from another tribe and also another religion didn't work out on her at all. But at times it's for you to
understand.
it's for you too,
Yeah.
because at times advice I can give people is, when you're determined to do something, do it. You listen to people outside there, they'll give you advice, not even, they're good friends, they'll give advice according to what they know. But life in people is different. Our life is leading this way, your life is leading that. You can give advice because of what you know, but what God knows is completely different. Because
yeah, if the 2 of you stand together and believe in whatever you're doing, nothing can overcome that.
she used to come to my house, she stays for 2 days, she goes to her mom's house, she stays for 3 days. Then over time, anakuja anaacha koti, anaacha sweater, eventually akakaa 1 week. So it grew in us, okay, nikaa tumewana. You get. So I don't know what you people call it nowadays, come we stay. Yeah. And then we stayed for like, because of this religion and all that, we stayed for like a year without my parents knowing that I have someone in the house. We haven't officiated the wedding as in like a church wedding, but after that, she met my parents. There's a bit of mvutano, but we came to an agreement, and then we started this traditional dowry payment. We've been there 3 times, yeah. And we are planning our wedding in our 20th anniversary. We just finished the premarital counseling classes.
It was fun. I can say it was fun, because by then it wasn't fun. But now, looking back, it was fun, because I remember that day when I was in his house. I was just relaxing. My dad came and picked me up and told me, no, you can't stay here, I forbid you. He took me back home. When he came,
he had even organized a husband for her, you know, this Swahili. Actually, she's half Kenyan, half Tanzanian. The father is from Zanzibar, the mother is from Kenya. So these traditional Muslim people will organize a husband for their daughters. So someone had organized a husband for her, and then the father was coming to take her and take him to the husband. She used to live somewhere in California. Was it 3rd floor? Yeah. Second floor. And then now, that time I called my landlord and told him, hey, bibi yangu amebebwa. So my landlord had a car. I took my landlord and my friend, one of my friends, go to her place and see, why have you taken my wife? And then we got to the house, and there was this panel of...
Mind you, that was 9 p.m.
Yeah. The panel of these Muslim people seated there and asking me questions. And the husband-to-be was also there. I didn't know then. And they asked me, okay, why are you taking our daughter? You're not a Muslim. If you want a daughter, we have pray for you now, and you give your daughter, you go with her. But if you don't, she'll remain here. We talked. I told them, no, me, I cannot change my faith. And we talked. So they told us, no, there's no point. You guys go. You can't have her. Good thing, thanks God, the mother overheard all these conversations. And maybe you should tell her about that.
And then she was in my bedroom. She packed my clothes, kidogo, and told me, okay, come, I give you a push to the stage. By that time, she was the one who was carrying my bag. So we went. When we ficared at the stage, she told me, Asha, go make your life. Don't worry about these people. That's how we began our life.
There's this point, there's a place you pass through the window. Kutoka second floor, mzee amekaa kwa mlango hataki atoke. Alipitia window, akashuka, tukienda ku reverse gari ndio mtu hapa. We have a 15-year-old. You see, I've been married for 19 years. So we had 4 years of singleness and fun. We used to go out literally every weekend.
Yeah, from Friday till Sunday.
Yeah. Go out. So it's not like we got married because she was pregnant. He took us even when my mom used to ask, hey boss, ni mko sawa? Hiyo miaka yote. So yeah, we had our fun.
Our son, he was born on 2003.
Yeah,
Yeah, 2003 February. He's now in Form 1 in Aga Khan High School. And I remember when they first wanted to come to our place to pay the dowry, I was pregnant. So he came and was told, no, you can't give the dowry now until I give birth and then we can go.
Okay, we also had problems because I think in 2000 we tried to get a baby and we had a miscarriage.
Yeah, we had
one miscarriage. And then at this point, the Matatu I was working in, this time I was still in Matatu, before our son was born, it broke down. So we stayed for a few months without working. And at the time when our life turned around, she used to go to work. She still gets me, I was like the now house husband. She took care of me like I was the one working. Whatever money she got, she used to bring to me and tell me, hey, this is the amount I've gotten. Let's share, let's see what you can do. But her earnings could not sustain us. So we got into a lot of debt. And he was talking about debt of 300, 400 shillings. Then, maybe it was a bit much. Remember there's this point the plot used to stay, there used to be a shop. The time you used to go there to that shop, the shopkeeper sees you. He goes inside because he knows that you're coming to copper again. This is the time I appreciated my wife because whatever she got, she didn't have that proudness of saying, I'm the one now feeding the family. She shared. And by grace of God, I stopped doing Matatu business and I got employed as a taxi driver. When I got employed as a taxi driver, my wife got pregnant. And I remember praying to God and telling him, hey God, I've suffered so much. Let my son never go through what I've gone through. And I just prayed, which is a real answer today, that my son will never take Matatu. Subconsciously, I prayed that prayer. And it has worked until today. But challenges now, you're young, I'm 23, 24, your wife is pregnant, you don't have that much money, you're working as a taxi driver, commission-based. So we had challenges with rent. There's a time our houses were being closed, time even they call cops to come and kick us out.
Yeah, we've been through a lot. Yeah, but thanks God when the first one came, everything changed. I remember when he used to work with that taxi. By then I was selling mitumbas at Westlands. So he would come and tell me, "Guy, Asha, I don't have mafuta for the gari, so you put for me." And then whatever I had sold that day, I'll give it to him. So we went on like that. Then by the grace of God, we got our first car. KAE 456X. Yeah, when that one came, at least our life now started becoming more better and better. And then we moved from that one house, which was going for 3,000.
3,000, yeah.
Went to a single one-bedroom house, going for 6,000. So he was asking me, hey, can we pay this? Can be a trust in God and have faith. We will manage. And from there, started going up.
When I got employed, I had a boss who was not very nice because he used to drink a lot. So I used to work for him, and all money that I could get, I'll take it to him. And then he takes all the money. He didn't even leave me some money for fuel. But eventually I got my breakthrough. I got this client who was a former Catholic priest that told him my story, and he agreed on sponsoring me. I remember he gave me an advance of 350,000 shillings when I bought, for me to buy my first car, and to pay him back without interest. That's the actual turnaround of my life. So I bought that car, KE 456X, and now I started earning money for myself.
Yeah, we used to save every day. We didn't have any bank accounts or anything. So the money he gets, he brings it to me, and then I save it in the house. Eventually,
I got a contract. When Samsung came to the country, I became like the official taxi driver. So life started turning around. After 1 year, I sold that KAE. I bought a new one, a KAP. And so I was buying used car from Nairobi, and then eventually, by grace of God, I bought my brand new car, KBF 277E.
Yeah, Carina. I really love that car.
Toyota Carina. And then God has been good. We have now a fleet of 10 vehicles.
I remember one day when we went to their shags, and then people there were happy, having fun, eating goat meat. And then everybody was speaking Kikuyu. And I couldn't hear a word of Kikuyu. So I was just in a corner sitting all by myself. Mtu anakuja anarushia word of Kikuyu, anapita. I was just hey. And that day I was really annoyed because he wasn't paying attention on me. He was now interacting with the relatives, cousins, and what. So that day it was a big challenge. So I had to learn Kikuyu. At least now I can hear some words. Moja lakini wezi nisengenya vile. Yeah. And the advice I can give to the ladies, please be patient. Always be patient with your man. Unaona hana kitu, hana kiatu, hana nini. But if you stick with him and if you really love him, love conquers all. Yeah. And don't run for the pocket. Heart. Yeah.
And also, behind every man, successful man, is a woman. It's a very good advice because we've had our challenges, lots of challenges. It's not been a bed of roses. We had our own issues. We had gotten even a place that this thing is not working. Let's go our own way. But eventually you sit down and look where people started, and people who have looked upon you, seeing you people growing, and those that rebuked you at you guys will not go far. People will make mistakes, have made lots of mistakes in the relationship, but eventually you talk and put God in between your relationship and things work out. I don't think religion should be should deter your life. Religion should facilitate your life, and if you break this barrier in between religion, Christianity, Hinduism, Muslim, I think life will be better. You should just follow your heart and live, because all religions follow peace, and as long as your heart and your love in the same place, I don't think religion should separate any couple.
It reached to a point when I almost gave up. But with me, what kept me going was love. The 4-letter words, love, because I loved him. So nothing could come in between us.
Actually, I can say challenges in marriage, 90% come from outside the marriage. So if you are yet to get married, forget about outside. Be you, your spouse, and your God. Let outside come with only the 10%, and your marriage will prosper. Like I said before, many people follow advice on how this marriage is working. no, and that is completely different DNA, completely different people. How their thing is working doesn't mean that yours will work. If you do whatever they are doing, it will not work. So I don't know how to put this, but just bring God into whatever you do, and whatever advice you get outside there, don't come to apply in your marriage. Taste it in your marriage, not apply. Not everything that you hear, ati bibi wanani anafanyanga hivi na hivi na hivi na ufanye. Because these things are different.
Yeah, and mostly don't take advices from a single person, from single people. If you're married, go to married people. But if you go to the single people, you'll get lost.
Davina Cubs is a corporate taxi and tours company, basically based in Nairobi. We started the Davina Cubs, a friend of mine, his name is David Njoroge, and I'm Antony. So we lobbied for the name. So Davina, Antony, David, yeah. Mostly dealing with corporates, airport transfers, excursions, game drives, and basically hotel transport. We are located in Westlands, opposite Eden Square, house number 1. And you can check us on the online. Have a website by the name Davina Cubs, .co.ke. We offer both private and public transfers. We organize excursions, basically in Nairobi and outside Nairobi. And we also do offer school transport as a group or as individual. Basically, it's like I've been running it myself. She was in employment until we got our second born. Our second born had issues. He was born prematurely, and then so she had to stay most of the time in the house. Also, she had issues getting the baby. So we decided, okay, you stay at home, take care of the kids, let me go run the business. But now the kids are grown up, so she's come in and joined in running the business. She's dealing mostly on the school transport bit, and me, I'm doing on the corporate part.
Yeah, it's hectic, but it's fun. Yeah. It's very hectic, but it's fun. No, as long as you love what you're doing. Yeah. And to add, we do all types of transport.
Actually, our slogan is we transport people.
Yeah. Even ratio, wedding, birthdays. We do any type of transport. If you need transport, you just call us.
Yeah, and we have all varieties of vehicles, from saloon cars to 4x4 to tour vans.
To kadudus.
Yeah, to small vehicles. So we give wholesomely transport solution.
Me, one thing, I need to prove to my dad that anything is possible. Yeah. So I always keep for whatever comes my way, we always fight it. And mostly, there's that kind of thing we call understanding. You don't have to jump to why did you do that. Just try to understand why, what pushed him, or what pushed me to do that. So with that understanding, that's what keeps up.
Sengine ni kashetani tu.
Yeah, kashetani akanaga break. Anakujaga anytime. Yeah.
So I can say that we've been a bed of roses for all those 19 years. We've been having very, very big issues, relationship-wise, family-wise. But doesn't matter, even if you go out there, that you not get the same thing. So at times, but the devil, you know. Mama?
Yeah. In everything, put God first. God is the answer to everything.
Not all situations are the same. Stop comparing. Stop comparing one relationship to the other. And also, whatever you do, be persistent. And like my wife has said, put God first. Everything just in prayer, everything will work out. Things might not be okay now, but eventually they'll be okay if you put God first and be persistent. Whatever you're doing, continue doing it. Don't jump from this to that.